So, good morning, all. Uh, in today's webinar, we will see how can we leveraging 3D CAD data across the enterprise. Right. Let me first introduce myself. Myself, Asutosh Singh Rajput. I'm a design expert from 3D Experience and SolidWorks. So, whenever we talk about the 3D CAD data, we talk about the CAD designs, right? But we can also utilize that CAD design into various form. Let's say if I want to create some marketing brochures, we can create the marketing brochures by utilizing few views which we can create through our 3D CAD design. Or if I'm talking about the banners with our bill of materials within it, right? Next thing is rendering images. Also, we can also create some engine, let's take assembly instructions, which you can see on my screen. Also, in recent time, in the corona time, we have faced issue to we are not able to visit our customers for any kind of services, training, etc. For that, we can also utilize our 3D CAD data for the interactive content. Okay, as you can see on my screen, I have created one content for the C scooter, in which I can show that how what is the procedure to remove the battery or change it. Okay, so this is a simple example. We will see more example in next few minutes, right? So let me just quickly start with the today's agenda. We will start with the traditional method, okay? Then the problems related to it. Now I am talking about the problems, so there is a solution for that, which is our SolidWorks Composer. After that, we will see the various kind of output which we can generate by using SolidWorks Composer. Okay. At last, the question and answer session. If you have any query throughout the webinar, we will discuss it later at the end of the webinar in our question answer session. So let me start with the what is technical communication. As of now, I think already all of you have any idea related to it, but let me just explain it again. That it is very broad field, okay, that involves the communicating about the technical topics. Uh, Again, I can say the communicating using technology and often providing instruction about how to do something. In short, it is explaining the process and the procedure about your product. There is a one example I have attached as a image form, in which there is some instruction has been provided, and accordingly there is some bill of material is also there. So this is a technical communication. Okay, is it related to design field? No, not only the designers, the management, manufacturing point of view, technical publications, training, marketing, sales, customer support, engineering, any department. Virtually every department in a company is affected by the technical communication, one way or another, right? So, what kind of documents, what kind of deliverables available with our technical communication? So, there is the manufacturing instruction, right? We have seen in our videos the assembly guides, right? Then the sales kits, which can utilize by the sales team, the marketing brochures or the banners, the training guides, service manuals, installation instructions, and product manuals. We can create various kind of deliverables by utilizing the technical communication. So, what is the current method? What is the traditional method we are using right now? So, uh, we are using the screenshots. We have created some part and we are creating some drawings basis of that, and then either we are taking the screenshots and adding into our WordPad or other devices. So, what is the problem with these screenshots? It is low quality and also it is not effective as well, right? Or if there is a some kind of manuals which you can create, as you can see in my screen, if you created this kind of manual, so what happen is if the customer cannot understand the instruction, right? If a customer speaks another language or the instructions are not accurate, so how can you tackle all things, right? In the traditionally method, we are utilizing the CAD software like SolidWorks, or we can also utilizing the digital camera for the photos. After getting the images, we go for the Photoshop or Illustrator. Also in design, we can utilize the other software like Frame Maker or Corel Draw. Sometimes we are also utilizing the Paint, right, for giving some markup and other things. So currently, in a traditional method, the process we are following, right, we are utilizing the engineering and design department for product and prototypes. Let's say digital pictures. Then we go for the technical graphics. We are taking the screenshot, JPGs, and using the some software like Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Paint for clear adding up some markup. Once you complete with your image, you are just adding that image into your MS Office, Word, Publishers, PowerPoint, etc. Once your document is ready, you are submitting the final PDF, either print or either in pen drive to your customer. So throughout process, like concept to product development to prototype development, final design or the documentation. As I have mentioned earlier, that the simplified steps of the product developments are concept, design, and all things, right? There is a one problem over there. If a problem or a delays occur in the one of these steps, the complete process is delayed. For example, if the test phase show design issue, then the design needs to be modified or improved or check again, so on, right? If an assembly problem is found, again some redesign would be needed, or the some in the site modification is there, which would again delay the whole process for the technical documentation. Usually documentation is done as the last step of the process. Okay, we are not utilizing, let's say if I'm creating some content side by side, I'm also creating the my documentation, because currently we are on the base, like we once we complete our 3D model, after that we are working on the documentation work, right? So we can see that the design data should be available not only for the pure design phase but for the other areas of the PD process. One way to optimize PD cycle would be to repurpose the 3D data from design office for these tasks, right? So as I mentioned, there is a problem with it. The problem is related. It is again, it is not efficient, right? Sometimes the rework task, manual iteration, old and inefficient method in the product development process are costing for companies. Is your product? There one question comes in my mind, right? Is your product deliverables ever delayed because documentation was not ready, or are the designs of the new products ever delayed because of your design engineers were busy writing documentation, or does your customer every hold back final payment until your final document delivers? So there are a few questions in our minds, right, related to our technical documentation, which again cause the problem of the our project budgets, project timelines, time to market, and cost. Everything is affected due to it. So what are the solution available in our portfolio? So we have the SolidWorks Composer. So yeah, the Composer is a tool that allow a non-CAD user, not only the 3D CAD user, but if you have no knowledge related to 3D CAD, it doesn't matter. If you are the non-CAD user, you can utilize the Composer. It is in this the data which can create 2D or 3D content from technical communication point of view, such as we can create the assembly instruction, product manuals, marketing collateral, etc. Adding a new dimension to the product communication, Composer software help the product development organization and the manufacturing to cut costs, save times, as well as the grow their competitive advantage. The companies across the board range of industry can leverage the existing 3D CAD data to streamline with a higher impact, right? You can start your documentation sooner, update it faster, complete it simultaneously with the product design, and giving to your lower cost. Also decrease the time to market as well. So how this is happen? So let's me take you to direct to our SolidWorks Composer environment. As you can see, there is a one assembly available which is related to bottle labeling. Uh, what we will do is we will take this particular sub assembly, right, and utilize it in our SolidWorks Composer document. Okay, where we will generate some views related to it and do some exercise. Okay, so let me quickly move towards our Composer window. Okay, for this particular sub assembly, I can directly open it from our Composer open window, where you can see over 20 plus format you can access, like Universal Step, IGS, and other CAD format as well. Here I have already created few views to save the time in this webinar. Okay, so let me just show you some functionality available. You can set the camera instructions and all directly from our align camera option. There is a properties window available to change your backgrounds as well as ground. You can see or hide anything with a single click. Let me give you one example. If I am selecting some things, I have the various options available to hide or unhide. Right now, I have just selected hide. What if I want to do the ghost effect? It is also available right inside your mouse button. So let me just change the transparency again and hide that particular portion, because for the view purpose, I don't require that particular thing. Okay. So let me do some exercise. Generally, we are creating the exploded view. Okay. So for the exploded point of view, we have the options available, right? The translate, or you can do the linear explode, spherical, or cylindrical explode. We can simply select all the parts available over there and do it. Simply drag the things accordingly. It will set it as per our position. Okay. Now I think it is best. Next thing which we required is it is related to our part, the exploded part. Okay. For that point of view, let me just go to the author window where I can just simply select the components and create the associative path. Now, the next thing comes in mind is if I want to change the path properties over there. So I can simply select the path and do the some changes from the properties window available in my composer itself. I can change the opacity. I can apply some effect like the color change the line format from dash to simple or the construction. You can do as per your need. What if I want the silhouette rendering effect? So for that, I have the options available in which there are multiple rendering effects available for the from smooth to technical to silhouette edges as well. You can change the ground as well. There is a desktop system icon over there. You can utilize your icons as well. Let me just switch off that particular thing. Now, as the I have created few things, but let me just change to again show you some other functionality like Digger. Digger is is a tool which is only available with our composer. Yes, in which you are not zooming particular thing. You can do the section effect. As you can see your screen, you can do the X-ray effect to see some parts, or you want to hide something. You can do by using X-ray effect. Also, from part to part, if you want to highlight something, you can utilize the onion skins as well. Once you do with the digger, you can save that image for your purpose as well. So digger tool is a pattern by SolidWorks Composer. Okay. Now let me just change the rendering effect to smooth. What if I want to move all the thing to natural position? You can just simply click right click and select the option. Now all the things are available there. What if I want to highlight some parts which are inside that particular uh, component? So I can simply select all part and create the detailed views basis of that. You can utilize the digger tools as well, but you can create the images directly from the workshop for the technical illustrations. You can simply select the component which you want to highlight and click create, and it will generate the part for you. So this is the simple example to highlight some components which are hidden inside or behind your other parts. Okay. uh, Let me just create view. As you can see, the view has been saved, the image has been already available there, so you can move forward to do some other work or the other creating some other work views as well. So let me quickly select the parts on which I need to do some work. Okay, I am selecting all the parts which I require for the next view. You can either select through drag and drop the windows, or you can also utilize the one by one single select functionality, and then you can just select the options like show selection and hide others, which can help you to generate the interactive view with the faster rate. So let me just select one more plate, and again I am simply select right click and select the show particular selection and hide others. So for the next view, I have taken all the parts which I require. Let me just quickly move the things as per my need. So I'm just selecting the transfer and selecting the internal components which I want to move out. So it is created. Okay. Now I want to highlight that these two components, or from other side there are three components which I want to so that this will move inward toward that component. So before that, let me just hide this component as well, because for this particular view, I doesn't require these three four components. Okay. Now I have selected and simply right click and hide those things. Okay, there is one more component is available. Okay, now it is done. So next thing is to highlight that this particular component will be go inside. For that point of view, we have the author tool available, in which you can create the arrows, you can create the circles, polylines, and other things as well. You can also generate the magnet light for your callouts as well. Here I can change the properties as per my need and simply copy paste the things to my other components as well. For the other side, I can again utilize this arrow by copy and paste and just simply selecting the extremity to end. So it will change the direction. So as you can see, in a very few time I have added all the data as per my need. Now let me just create this view. Okay. So in the workshop point of view, there is one more thing which I want to add is operational instructions. Let's say there is a one hammering is required. Let's say take an example, hammering is required. Okay, so I can simply drag and drop icons which are available in our composer library. You can add your icons as well as per your processes. Okay, but by default there is a library available for this kind of stuffs, so that whoever look for the instruction, they can have any idea that which are the operations they need to perform over there. Apart from that, composer inbuilt library for the tools. Okay, let me just update this view first. Now, like, as you can see on the right hand side, there are the tools available. You can simply drag and drop the tools which you want to highlight in our views. So I have added all the views. Let me show you other views which I have created with the various rendering effective. Okay, and the exploration view with the digger tools image. So this kind of assembly instruction you can generate for your assemblies as well. Okay, I have created total 9 views over there related to it. Before we export all the images, let me just delete the extra views we have created recently, right? Because there is no requirement related to it. Okay, one more thing. We can also import the meta properties of bill of material as well, like BOM ID, quantity, descriptions, etc. As you can see on the left hand side of the. So if you created something in your SolidWorks, you can get the meta properties as well, and you can add into your BOM table to highlight it. So now, as you can see, I have created one template for the technical communication with the blank images added over there. Now what I am doing is I can just simply select all the views for the saving purpose. So I am just moving toward the multiple option to all the views, and for the naming purpose I am just changing the file name template to index In index, it will come from 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay. So all the high resolutions has been added. Let me just remove the grounds, and I want a white background, and save that thing into our file. So once all the views has been saved, if I move toward my WordPad, you can see all views has been available over there. Okay, it will take in the position as per my name defined over there. Now next thing, the big challenge. If there is any changes available, let's take in that if there is a part which has a change at the end of our product. So what we will do is we will just taking one example over there that we will open one part, right? In this, there are the cuts available there. I want to remove that part cuts. I'm just selecting and suppress this and save the SolidWorks file. So SolidWorks file has been saved. From composer point of view, I can simply select that component and click update. Here what happen is you have changed all the changes which you have done in your product. SolidWorks Converter help you to convert all the changes into the views. One more thing is once you change the geometry, okay, it will update the data in each and every view. Let's say I go move over the top view, you can see the data has been updated over there. So there is no need to do the extra work or the rework over there. So again, let me just follow the same process and save the views again. So once you save all the view, if I move toward the our WordPad file, as you can see, it is updated. So there is no need to do the rework in our WordPad file as well. So this is why I am continuously highlighting that we can save our time as well as the product to market ratios and the cost as well. So you can utilize all the things in the WordPad, not only the WordPad, but you can also utilize in the PowerPoints or in your Microsoft Publisher. Let me give me an example of the Microsoft Publisher manual for this PowerPoint cleanup, which I have created recently. Okay. One more thing is there in the WordPad in the Microsoft point of view. If you are creating the manuals, you can also add the Composer window over there by utilizing the some functionality which combinedly utilized by Microsoft as well as from Composer point of view. As you can see, there are BOM available. In the BOM, you can highlight the parts directly from the BOM to assembly or assembly to BOM. And there are the buttons I have added. By clicking on the buttons, I can directly guide toward my that particular view available over there. Also, there are the few functionality available from the composer point of view, like you want to see all the views, you want to hide something, you can play the animations, etc. All comes within our Microsoft Word itself. So there is no need to install Composer again. Okay. Again, with apart from Microsoft Office, we can also generate the HTML files and the PDF files. Let me give you one example. I have created some bionic arm here. Okay. I need to save this bionic arm as a PDF format because in my other team there is no functionality available for the composer point of view. So I'm quickly just selecting the PDF. There are multiple options available like Universal 3D, SMG, etc. Once you save the things there, you can or utilizing Adobe Reader to open your composer file which you have created through last project and simply click over there. So file embedded in the PDF or the Word document or the HTML files offer the variety of functionality, allowing you or the to navigate their assembly in a 3D space as well. As you can see, I have added some views related animations. So whenever the my teams require, they can simply select. They can see the BOM accordingly. The BOM can highlight all the parts over there. if there is some maintenance required, what are the procedures they need to follow. All the things is available, which can help not only your internal team but as well as your customer for the maintenance point of view, right? So we have discussed about the Microsoft Office and the Word, right? And then we have seen the PDF as well. The next thing is the SVG file. SVG file you can generate from the Composer, can utilize into your website. You can utilize that SVG file in your website so that your clients or your from your marketing point of view or the sales point of view, you can add the all the data into your website as well, which can open in any browser. So let me give you one example. Here I have added the pillar drill assembly. I have created multiple views over there. Okay, what I will do is I am going to utilize the SVG functionality over there. So let me just quickly move to the workshop and create the technical illustration over there. From technical illustration, I am selecting the options as per my need and save those file into my folder. Okay. Once you save all the file, it will generate the SVG file with each and individual view. So this kind of view you can add, which in again, as you can see, it is all linked to each other. The link which you can add into Composer itself for the process of the your operations. If you want to add some component for the buy directly online from your website, you can click on the, you can also add the exploded view and you apply the some links over there. Also bill of material is also there. As you can see, there is a option is added from my side is that you can click on the items which directly move toward my website from which they can buy something, and all these things can be added into your web page as well. So there is an advantage over there that if you need to some create some interactive contents and you can just add into your website, it can help you to your customers to understand the things or your machines or your products as well. So basically the SVG file output can be opened directly in any web browser without the necessity of other software, other tools like ActiveX control. The SVG output is will provide the dynamic highlighted between parts list, as you can see on the screen, and the balloons while remaining in the static environment. You have the multiple option for the SVG file as well. You can either generate the color regions. You can also generate the this file without colors as well. So in last few years, what we have seen that we are just creating the paperless environment. We are moving toward the new technologies, right? So let me just show you uh, one video as well. So how can you utilize the new technology in the paperless environment in the corona time? We are not able to visit our customers. Okay. So at that time, what happened? We can generate the interactive contents as well, right? We can utilize the our Composer files to generate the contents, which can directly send to our customers, and they can utilize it. Let me just open the one of that component over there is related to our forklift. So here I have created one package line with the multiple assemblies within it, right? By utilizing that package line, I have generated few views over there and also the create the animations in which I have added multiple views for the forklift operations. If you can see, this file directly help your customer to understand what are the products you, how can they utilize their products as well. It is totally depend on your creativity. As you can see, I have added the model over there in which I have highlighted few levers. And the next in the next part, I will show the customer that how can you utilize the each and individual lever for the operations. So for that lever, you can do some operation like lifting the part, right? Your for the second, I'm highlighting over there. So this highlighting is just not a highlighting. When you click, it will move, take you to the next step as well. So it is totally interactive thing. Let me show you some other examples as well. Uh, right, just a minute. Yes, for the pillar drill assembly, I have created one instruction document for that from their point of view as well. So let me just open that package file. So in which I have added the mechanism instruction, how my product is going to work for, so that the customer have an idea related to it. So by default, in this package file, your SolidWorks Composer player comes with it, so in which again you can utilize all the functionalities for the view purpose only. You are not able to edit something, but you can view all the things. Let's say in this component, I have added the instruction for the that components, right? Then for the top mechanism, and also for the handle and drill bit. So with irrespective to your industry, here we also have the 3D experience add-in available. We all know that the SolidWorks has now moved toward the 3D experience SolidWorks. We so for that point of view, we have now added the new role to collaborate with the 3D collaboration between 3D experience and the composer with design with composer tool. Okay, as you can see on my screen, there is a views has been created as per the need. Okay, once I have completed all the things, I can save the data directly into my 3D experience platform. So if you are working in the multiple locations or multiple departments, so other department or the other person who is not available in our right now in our plant, they can able to see the data. One of the best example is the manager is not available, but he need to approve something, so they can access all the data directly in his phone or any browser, and they can understand the things which the designer has created. Okay, and then directly from the 3D experience, he can access all the views which was created by the designer. He can understand the things. He can then generate the queries and approve it, or if there is any change, they can directly give the notification to the his designer. Again, this tool is also useful when you are in the meetings as well. If you're one-to-one meeting with the customer, and then you want to create show some of your product manuals, right? You can directly open all the things right in your mobile or in your browser by utilizing 3D experience platform. So we have integrated all the things with the latest technology, right? There is a one more thing which we can generate is the animations. So let me show you this over example. You can generate the animation like MP4, FLV, AVI, MKV. You can also generate the MP4 for the multiples pixels or resolutions like HD, Full HD, or 4K as well. So in the composer, animation have a sort of learning curves because they are so easy to create when utilizing the existing project views. You can simply drag and drop the views, and you can generate this kind of animations as well. The automation built into the timelines allow the you to create as changes are made or views are added. You can add the exploded views. You can add your callouts, as you can see on my screen. You can also define the events as well, that as you can see, and also add the motions for this. For example, I have added motion for the screw removing and other things. So animation can be created extremely quickly by utilizing the 2D views creating in your project. This can be done by dragging a view into your animation timeline. The timeline will automatically create required key for the animation base of your product. As you can see, you can also utilize configuration and give the movements of your product to show you the exact operation to your customers or your internally in your production department or manufacturing department as well. Yes. Yes, sir. I have a question about regarding this experience. Okay, give me just time. Once I complete the session, after that we will discuss. Okay. Yeah. So up till now we have seen the various things like animations. We have seen the Word files. We have seen the PDFs. We have seen the HTML files. There is one question comes in our mind. Is it available for all the industries, or it is just limited for the particular industry verticals? The answer is no. You can utilize in the every industry. Either your product is related to healthcare, either this product is related to a furniture point of view, or in a wall point of view. You can utilize the things of your 3D CAD to generate the interactive contents, manual instructions as well. So, what are the benefits of using Composer? So Composer works by first collecting the digital product definition, the geometry, custom properties, bombs, right? So which can enhance your product communication and marketing collaterals. The Composer user can then author graphical content, right? And they create the exploded views, detailed views, animations, and so on directly from your 3D CAD data instead of using screen capture or digital photos. You can create the interactive 3D contents. Then the graphical contents can then be distributed in any number of formats and the methods from 2D Illustrator to line arts to create 3D interactive contents, PDF, Office, etc., which can compete for more business and get product to your market faster. All this information is kept up to date, okay, so that if there is any design evolves, Composer will collect the changes and update the created to content, which we have seen in our sub assembly, right, while we are creating the assembly manuals. All edition done over the original data such as balloons, sections, label, exploded views, animation are automatically updated with any geometry and custom properties changes. I was just scratching the surface right now, right? There is a much more functionalities also available there, like callouts, your bomb ID, and many more things, which we can see in person. If you need any query or the detailed demonstration, you can directly contact our marketing team.